So I've got a question for anybody who is newly diagnosed and they're an autistic adult. Um, I want to be able to unmask enough to prevent some of the issues that I'm having with sensory overwhelm um, and meltdowns, because they can be quite difficult to deal with. If if I go through a really intense week, I tend to just struggle. I either want to curl myself up in a ball and start crying, or I want to shout and scream, shout and let it all out. And I don't want to do either, really. I want to be able to manage this. So, how do we unmask to the point where it is helpful for us so that we are still self-advocating, and then also mask enough so that we can still function from day to day? Because there are things that I think require masking. I think when you're working, you need to mask. I think yesterday at the book fair, I needed to mask. I was asking people lots of things. I was trying to engage people about my book, and so I had to mask quite a lot yesterday. But how do we kind of, because now I've got a day where it's been quite a busy week, and it's a busy week next week for Rich particularly, and I try to support him with making sure that everything is running behind the scenes. And yeah, how do you mask enough to function, yet unmask enough to function? So there's a balance, isn't there, to try and get you functioning, but not over masking, but not under masking. Because if you over mask, you get overwhelmed from just masking too much, and then you end up in meltdowns. If you under mask, you can get like, you know, I think you can just stop functioning altogether. So you can stop socializing and stop going places and stop enjoying things, because you're just saying, no, actually I'm not feeling social, and so therefore I'm not going to even try. So I want to know if you know if there's a balance, um whether you've experienced this yourself, or whether you have any idea about how you do that. How do you manage your energy so that you can keep going, you can keep doing all the things you want to do, but you also um, have time to be able to do the self-care and look after yourself as best as possible? Just wondering if anybody knows.